Alright guys, hello, this is Paraleo and I finally got the game. I got it in the hour when it released, basically. Okay, so I don't usually buy early access games, but I said I got hooked the first time I played the demo and I'm happy I ran into this game. Can't believe it was a Steam suggestion for me because I like playing city builders and stuff like that, and sometimes survival simulations. I just like to call them all builders, you know, under a big umbrella. I play I play every genre under that umbrella. Alright, so this was actually a happy Steam suggestion and I'm glad that I got it. Okay, I've been playing everything. I covered every mission from the game. I played every mission from the game that's available right now. Some of them are timed. Yeah, there is a feature called expeditions, which are a small pool of 9 missions, 9 maps, which respawn at set days. And you can play them and they respawn with different modifiers, like this one had nothing. I think it might have been the first I played. Let me see over here you have some are weird modifiers, some you may like, some you may not like, you know. I actually don't like that you can only heal in the settlement, because at some point your map will be a bit bigger and you waste a lot of time moving around, unless you are lucky to get that event which gives them a permanent speed. And yeah, then healing at a settlement is feasible. Yeah, so a ton of modifiers. Like, I beat this game last night on the highest difficulty just to see if I can do it. I actually did it with a soldier, the soldier leader. And over here I had a negative. Like, see, the vegetable areas produce half as much as food, and the only food that I had for this map last night when I played it, I never fought in urban tiles. Okay, but this was good. This was actually good. Yeah, because you can build 2 buildings at the same time and you can explore 2 areas at the same time. Okay, and for food I only had like 2 sheep farms on 2 different tiles, and this, which was producing half the production, but we made it through. We made it through. I was actually curious about the strength of the zombies because yeah, let's just pick something. Just pick something. See, when you pick Mega Brutal 2, it says like that zombies will occasionally reanimate. I never had zombies reanimate, or at least I didn't know this. And on the lower difficulty, zombies are near unstoppable. I mean, for most of the time when I was playing with a soldier, the zombies get procced. The soldier can flank them and kill them in one hit. Okay, but one time they did have to fight it, but it didn't take long, or it wasn't that bad. Okay, but it might be worse when you are playing with other leaders though. Alright. Yeah, and okay, let's go back. Yeah, I talked about leaders. Let me tell you about the leaders. Okay, this is one of my favorites. It's not really a player-based favorite. There are others, but this is one of my favorites, especially for heavy infested maps. But he does have a downside, okay? Because you have this guy, you need to build more moral buildings faster than usual. and it's probably that's why people don't like it, because they don't understand they have to focus a bit on the morale, a bit more, not too much, you know. And this guy is a beast, especially when they flank, and actually they flank even if they are getting attacked. Okay, they don't have to do the attacking to get a bonus. No, I hope they don't nerf him, because I do like him for combat maps. Okay, alright, the hermit might get a rework, because people don't like it. Yeah, due to how the game works. Okay, you get actually double resource production, because I checked. I did find some bugs where an unexplored area wasn't giving a bonus to that tile. And production penalty if they do not. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind leaving areas unbuilt in the game, but areas unexplored is not really feasible for the bonus you are taking. Okay. Because if you have a zombie map where you will have a lot of combat, they get bonuses if they switch through that unexplored area near your town and attack from there. They get a surprise attack bonus, and that buffs them a lot. And if 4 or 5 attack with that buff, you might just get wiped. If you have only 2 fighters, you might have problems to defend versus that. No? But other than the bonus is nice. It's nice, but probably... No, it's not good if you are playing to fill up the map, because you'll get only penalties towards the end. So you will not have any unexplored areas. I think the idea is interesting, but it needs a rework, in my opinion. The Economist, I played with him. He would be like tier 2 for me. Okay. I like it. You basically start with a lot of stamina, but depending on the difficulty, it can take 2 months even to for her to regain another batch of large stamina. You know, this is her gameplay. You are not getting it every few days, you are getting it at every month or months, depending on the difficulty you are playing. And yeah, it's pretty good, because you can start with 24-30 stamina depending on the bonuses you have, and you can set up your economy. Of course, as a strategy is to keep a bit of stamina in reserve to react to some unforeseen things during the refresh period. But yeah, for me it's tier 2, this one. Let me show you the other leaders. I can't access in this list their descriptions. The survivor has no downsides, has no good sides, so it's basically the one which you start with. You can pick it. Alright. The hoarder is pretty good on short missions, because late game you can get locked, due to the fact that its trait is about it's about making storages when you are getting full, but she is using stamina to do that. It's not taking as much stamina as you would take to build personally a storage, but late game, when you have a lot of resource production, it will lock you out of your stamina. Okay, but I'm talking about late games cities, and you rarely reach that in missions. Only when you are pushing the game, or you are pressing the resume button after you finish the mission and you go back to the map and continue. Only in those stages it can lock you up. But you could technically beat the campaign very easily with just using the hoarder, in my opinion. The Arctic Explorer. His thing is that the exploration and claiming of the tiles, because the maps are organized in little tiles with different types spread around on the map. I am going to post separately a mission from the campaign. Okay, this one is just about showcasing the game and talking about the leaders, about every leader. Okay, this guy actually lowers the... There are two phases when you are taking territories. First you have to explore it, then you have to claim it. Each has a stamina cost, which is the currency for actions in this game. Okay, so this guy has the thing that allows him to explore faster during winters and at a lower cost. Also claiming is at a lower cost during winters. But obviously it makes sense to play it on harder maps where the winter can be up to 5 months. Okay, because sometimes, especially in the campaign missions though, you don't really have time because you are getting pushed over and over, so you have to really... You can't wait for winter to explore. No. Maybe for this guy they could just start you during the winter, and probably people would like it a bit more if they would start you in the winter, but they start you in the last month of winter as for everybody else, and that's why people don't like it, because in the summer everything costs a bundle to explore and it's just not fun. Probably they could fix that with starting you in the winter with a good reserve of fuel so you don't get killed. Yeah, personal trailer is top 1 for most of the players. Same with the tyrant. What a personal trainer does is she can work with stamina depth. She can go into the negative. Yeah, the morale drops a bit faster and the authority drops a bit faster when she does that. But you have to balance it, you know. Like, it makes sense to go into depth when you are building morale buildings, because you will recover fast after they are done, you know. Maybe you want to capture an area but you don't have enough stamina. You go into depth so you can start taking that area up and to start production over there. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, this one also. It took me a few tries until I got it, because I kept overloading the population. At some point I was like at minus 20 stamina, and over there you just lose the game when you overload the population like that with work. The Cub Scout is interesting. She actually explores stuff. She picks regions randomly to explore, but obviously she has an algorithm towards the edge of the map. Okay, so she picks stuff every now and then and fully explores them when you click on them at no extra cost. The downside is when you are doing exploration, it costs you a lot more. Okay, if you are just picking and choosing your areas, it costs you around more, but the starting areas, they are low cost all the time, so they don't lock you at the beginning. All right, it's interesting, and it is suitable, I would say, only in places where you are not pressed on time. Okay, did I talk about the Slumlord? I didn't talk about the Slumlord. This guy allows you to get a lot of population without building any houses, so technically you save a bit on the materials for the houses and on the upgrades for the housing. The downside is the highest population I saw he could fit in one house slot was 6. Yeah, after that people start to get annoyed and ask for houses. All right, and it is a problem because you can't really stop him from doing that unless you are just keeping people in the red, but then you are losing authority. So it's a fine line that you have to walk with this one, and this one is not good for long games where you want to fill the map, because he will bring population in and they will tear through your resources during winter. Then they will leave if they don't have food to eat, and they will bring you down. The bonus, also there is a bonus with this guy. When you are getting new population, you are getting an influx of stamina also. So it's good, but for short missions, in my opinion. We talked about the hermit, right? Because he was out there. And the last one is, this one is also considered top tier by the players. By me also. So for me, my favorites are definitely the soldier, in my case, for battle maps, the tyrant, and the personal trainer. I don't know why I keep calling it trailer. Personal trainer. Yeah, these 3 are my top favorites. Okay, this one is good for fast expansion. This one, we are talking in a second about this one in detail. And the economist and hoarder would be like top 2. Okay, tier 2. Okay. The tyrant basically uses brute force to suppress dissent. Nobody's allowed to leave. Yeah, it took me a few games until I figured out how he plays, because there is no tutorial on leaders. You have to learn by doing. So basically, when the morale goes into red, you have to move a fighter in the... You might see me playing with this guy. I don't know yet, for that showcase mission that I said I'm gonna post separately. Yeah, so for this guy you have to move a fighter in the settlement when the morale is red, and you won't get any downsides from the morale dropping. Alright, you still get downsides when you are not making the goals in time, so keep an eye on that. I think it's even more of a downside when you are using morale to impatience with this guy, but the benefits outweigh the negative in this case. All right, and when you send that fighter to peacekeep, basically he will be losing health continuously depending on the level of the morale drop. But yeah, it's a downside. You are keeping him there in the settlement. You can't use him for other things. So I would say balance that play with the morale and stuff, you know. And while they are fighting, let's say zombies are attacking the settlement and you are in the red, you have a peacekeeping fighter over there. He first has to fight the zombies, so he won't be peacekeeping then. So be very careful when you are playing with him. This takes a skill. It may seem easy, but it takes some skill to play. Alright. And yeah, it's pretty good. While you are suppressing, nobody is leaving. So you have time to fix that as long as the fighter lasts, you know, and he can keep order. Alright, I do hate one thing about this game, those fighters could be a bit more versatile. You'll see. I'm gonna talk about it while I will be playing the demo mission. The mission that I am showcasing is gonna be the 18th mission in the campaigns. Okay, it's not gonna be a mission from the demo. All right, I think I covered all of this. Let's go back. So basically you have two campaigns right now in the early access version. The first one would be the introductory one, but they recently patched and you can start with each of the campaigns that you want. All right. One thing is that when you beat a campaign mission the first time, you will get a reward. You will get to pick from a list of rewards. They are set. It's a set pool for everything, okay? For this campaign you have a set pool of rewards, so you will get them all eventually. But you can pick the order in which you get them, and that depends on your style. So by example, you have one trait where let me see, can I show you? I forgot how you access that list. I don't remember. You could access that over here, see rewards. All right, so these are the rewards, but they are mixed. They are mixed with the rewards from the other campaign also. Yeah. So you have pigeon coops. It adds a bit of food, even if you don't have food around in the settlement. Around the settlement, in the tiles, you have this generated from the settlement from time to time. Okay, rain catcher. It's not much, but sometimes it can make the difference, you know. Medium well is very good. It's better than the normal well. All right. Confidence. Gain stamina when completing goals. This is especially good if you are playing with economist a lot. Okay, because you can complete goals between the stamina refresh periods that the economist has. Housing storage. I'm not sure about the capacity increase of the housing storage, but more storage to start with is good. Basic resource storage, it's good because it reduces the microing required, okay, for building small storages. This is something that you will see me use in the mission that I will showcase. This is something that modifies the start of the game. Yeah, the conditions at the beginning. Same, it's a starting population trait. You decide how your population is at the beginning. No, well supplied. No. I think these two I got from expeditions. I'm not sure. Some of them I got from the campaign. Alright, urban skills is something for expeditions, I think. You have to start in expedition with an city tile and you will get free houses as far as I can understand, but I never started an expedition like that. This is actually needed. I would suggest get this. Okay, it helps during winters. After you start having winters, you will really need a lot of firewood and stuff for fuel. Alright, so 8 missions. I did beat this on brutal, but for the second one I beat most of them on normal, and only for the last one I just went with higher difficulties. Okay, so you have 2 campaigns, 18 missions, and the rest is a pool of 9 expeditions. Okay, and everything that you play over here is connected to your global to your global population profile, okay? Every knowledge that you get, every tech advancement, everything that I showed you over there applies in the expeditions also. All right, keep that in mind. So everything is connected, even though there is no linear campaign with some heroes, some named heroes that you are using in each map. Everyone works together to the goal of repopulating the world after plaguing, and they are sharing knowledge. So basically now, after I beat all the campaigns, I can actually go back to the first campaigns in the easiest campaign, yeah, because this is the easier campaign, and replay them if I want, with all the upgrades that I have and stuff like that. I'm not sure how that influences overall the rest. It's just for you to pad your scores for now, but probably it will have some meaning later, I don't know. There is a roadmap, and the dev said that they are planning to add updates every 2 weeks during this early access period. So it is what it is. In 2 weeks we should get some extra expeditions, because right now we have a 9 expedition map pool, which are resetting every couple of days. Like now I'm locked out because I played everything available. Okay, they are resetting and they do have modifiers. Okay, like let me show you this one. All right, this is a negative modifier, this is a positive modifier, because you can build 2 buildings at the same time. That means you can expand faster, and this means that you can explore two areas at the same time. But I haven't noticed if this is permanent. Okay, usually the starting bonuses might fade in the first 3 months or something, so you have to make use of them or lose them. Right, and this technically it is a buff for the fighters, but yeah, you would have to force the fights if you can in places where you are stronger. But at some point I lose track of where the fighters are good, so I generally just try to take general strength things, you know. Even if they are lower bonuses, I don't have to think where are they stronger, here, or in the forest, or in the freaking swamps or something, you know. This one I beat on Mega Brutal 2 by using the soldier, and he procced his flanking skill a lot over there, so it was nice. I wanted to see how strong the zombies are in this higher difficulty, and one time we did have a real fight where the soldier didn't have any bonuses versus them, and it didn't last long. So I don't know if they are really as scary as the description for the brutal, mega brutal. I don't know why they didn't call it giga brutal or giga brutal. I think you Brits are saying Brits. When I'm saying Brits, I'm including all English speaking people in general. Okay, so this is the amount of content that there is in the game. We have a lot of stuff to uncover over here. This gets unlocked by completing a settlement in the expeditions. Okay, whenever they are available. Right, I understand they will increase the pace for this, or they increased it, but still for me it's not enough, because I did focus on this game, to be fair, in these days. So yeah, yeah, I know this was a lot of talking. I just wanted to cover a bit what we have for now in early access, because I said I will do a follow-up vid, but I will showcase this mission separately because I might fail it. I want to try it on the max difficulty. So I will showcase this one. Alright, now let's stop over here and check out the other vid, because I will probably upload them at the same time. Alright, bye bye for now.